We're back with Inspector Derek Flint to talk about a second spate of burglaries. Can you tell us what's been happening?
Well, this is quite a large second tranche, because it's actually, since the first one was back in January, this is something which has now been happening over the last couple of weeks or so. So we've noticed, as we mentioned in the early stages of this, some more offences which bore similarities to the original ones, and it would appear that this is now an ongoing spate of offenders.
Now, you're not giving out as much information about these more recent burglaries as you did about the spate that we had a few weeks ago. Why is that? Well,
we've become very aware of the fact that there's an awful lot of information going out on social media in particular with regard to the patterns that are forming. There's an awful lot of additional uninformed comment which is being put out as well on the back of what we're putting out, and certainly in terms of the reviews that have been carried out with regard to our tactics and operations so far, we've just decided to take a different approach at this stage with regard to the amount of information that we're confirming or denying, if you will, and just trying to get a couple of steps ahead of where we are through various operational initiatives we've got going on at present.
And without obviously going into detail, how is the investigation progressing?
There's an awful lot going into something like this, and it's you read on social media a lot about people saying, oh, wouldn't it be a good idea to do this, wouldn't it be a good idea to do that. The truth is they are good ideas, and an awful lot of those ideas are actually in progress. We obviously aren't going to say which ones are where or when, but there's an awful lot of work going on with the investigation team and operational officers on the streets as well, just trying to, if you like, put those final pieces of the jigsaw in place.
Now, during that first spate where I think we had 40 break-ins or burglaries over the space of just about a fortnight, and you invested over £100,000 in police overtime, and yet we've not really seen anything from that, have we?
At this stage, we haven't seen much of it in terms of what you would see in terms of the forward-facing side of things. A lot of that was put into operational patrols and various other initiatives that we had ongoing at that time. And it's one of those things where you hope to be able to catch somebody red-handed with a crime in progress, and the public were very, very helpful in the information that they were supplying us with, and calls coming in with regard to suspicious activity. Unfortunately, the fruit just didn't come to bear on that occasion. But like I say, there is other stuff going on now, which is hopefully putting those final pieces of the jigsaw in place. But it's probably timely just to remind people as well with regard to the sort of things that are being published on Facebook, and people maybe want to have a bit of a rethink about how they're going about their social media lives. Posting information that when you're going to be away, the fact that you are being away, and people love to see you having a great time in Marbella or whatever with your selfie. But on the other hand, that's anybody that's following open source material such as Facebook. It's an open invitation for them to make a few more inquiries via the local phone book or whatever, and track down where you live and maybe make you a victim of crime. Additionally to that, if you are going away, making sure your neighbours know that you're away, making sure that if you have any valuables in the house, that those are put away for safekeeping, even to the stage where, you know, if it is particularly high net worth items, look at maybe using a safety deposit box with your bank or something like that, so that if you are unfortunate to become a victim of crime, the damage is very much limited. We would reinforce that message as well, though, that this is a matter of concern to a lot of people. We understand that people are edgy about the fact that there's been this run of burglaries, because it is unusual here. But please remember that your chance of being a victim of crime on the Isle of Man is still very, very low, and we intend to keep it that way.